Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video. So if in a follow-up to the news video I put out earlier on, the pops have been officially announced. So as you can see here, Funko Twitter account has announced, of course, the 5 commons that I already talked about in my previous video. So if you want my thoughts on these 5 ones in particular, check out the video I did earlier on today. But what we're here to talk about is the exclusives, and there is a new pop that I don't think anyone knew about, as well as confirming pretty much all of the other ones. So here we have the exclusive Zhao with Fireball, the kind of glow-in-the-dark one. So obviously it's a little bit different than the previous one in that, as you can see here, it's obviously they're trying to show the glow-in-the-dark kind of effect. But basically, it's the exact same pose, it's just that his hand is out holding a fireball. I actually don't find that one all that interesting, given that the glow-in-the-dark, at least in my experience, doesn't tend to work that well on Funko Pops, but it might depend on specific plastics and so on. So, I don't really actually see too much appeal in the Zhao exclusive, but Blue Spirit Zuko, I think, looks quite good. He has the sword, the mask is very accurate and detailed, and they had to get that right. And it really shows, I suppose, the contrast between, you know, a mask on a Funko Pop that has all this detail compared to actual Funkos which don't have too much detail. But still, it is Zuko in the Blue Spirit mask, so this is going to have a huge appeal. This is the Hot Topic exclusive, and it's got the glow-in-the-dark Chase edition, so that one's going to be a big one people are looking for. Here it is, May with knives. So I love this pose. I think it really fits her personality. They got the hair right. Even just the way they did the eyes, I think they get her kind of personality across. There's the knives, you can roughly see them there. She has her arms crossed. I think it looks really good, so definitely hope to pick up May. Really like the character, so I definitely want to have her in my collection. And then this one is really cool. The book 3 Crouching Aang here with the glider staff, which also has a metallic Funko Hollywood exclusive. I don't really care too much about the metallic version, but you know, it's cool for collectors, I suppose. But I love this. I'm so glad they're doing a book 3 Aang, and I love this pose. Before I started using the Carrot Guy image as my sort of profile picture online, I always used the book 3 promo shot of Aang crouching down like this, so I really want to grab this one at some point, so I'm pretty excited for that. It's the Funko.com exclusive, so you're going to be ordering from Funko themselves, which hopefully should mean it's not too difficult to get. But yeah, I think it looks really good. Again, would like to see more angles, but it looks like they have the details of his outfit pretty nice here overall. Here is the glow-in-the-dark Aang with all elements, or Avatar State Aang. And yeah, it looks like they're probably just using slightly different paint for the eyes and probably the arrows as well. But yeah, the arrows surprisingly still look like they're still blue more than white. So I wonder if that's just a part of the render, and it might actually look properly different when we see it in physical kind of pictures of it. But yeah, there's most of the news. I suppose there is the USA places they're going to be available from. Pretty much every country they're going to be available from, different places of course, so some of these are going to be tricky to get, but at least for me, the Blue Spirit is not one that I'm desperate to get a hold of. If it's easy to get, I might pick it up, but definitely out of this grouping of exclusives, I'm kind of I want the May because there's no other May, and I love book 3 Aang, so I want the book 3 Aang Funko Pop, and it's in the pose that I really like, so that is really, really valuable. So for me, I'm kind of want all of the commons, and yeah, May and Aang here. So we're gonna have a lot of Aangs in my collection, but for the most part they're doing it all pretty right so far. And I suppose just to add a little bit extra onto this video, I suppose now that we have all of these characters properly confirmed, we've seen pictures of them, these are the characters that they've done. What else do they have to do? Well, obviously they still have like book 3 designs to do. So they have book 3 Katara to do to go with book 3 Aang. They could do another version of Suki in her kind of non-Kyoshi warrior outfit. And then in terms of new characters, obviously what they have to do is you're getting more into the slightly more obscure characters, because you've covered all of the sort of main and supporting cast at this point. Every other character you're really going to do from here on out is going to be more of, they probably only appeared in like a handful of episodes. So I'm thinking of sort of your Boomy, you know, Paku type characters. I'm thinking of like the past avatars, so Kyoshi herself, Roku, that sort of thing. And yeah, beyond that, it's kind of like, will they do Jet? Maybe? That sort of thing. Like you are more, you know, stretching for what exactly they're going to do. That's not just sort of redos of specific characters. UA, I suppose, might be a character that they might want to do, but you know, it's stuff like would they do, say, a Long Feng? Is Long Feng big enough of a character that they'd ever do a Funko Pop of him? I wouldn't say he's in it enough. I don't know if there's quite the appeal there, but you know, it's interesting that the Funkos are at the point where they're probably the closest to starting to get into the kind of minor character selection, and it's going to be very interesting to see like what one of the first characters that they do is, because they've already done Cabbage Merchant, so they've already shown that they're willing to do, you know, more like fan meme characters basically. So it feels like potentially anyone's on the table, because Avatar does really well and it's so popular right now, and so this has been a massive announcement for them, but it also means for these exclusives, you need to be on it if you want to make sure to get the Funkos that you want, because you know, you could be, if you don't go about ordering them sort of now, you might be paying a lot for them later on, as shown with the you know, look at how expensive this Azula Funko Pop is online if you try and get her from like anywhere else. She seems to be the one who primarily has you know, gone crazy in value, despite being a GameStop exclusive, so pretty widely available considering Funko Pops. But because she of all the exclusives, like, is a main fan favorite character who was an exclusive, that creates more of a, you know, a big situation surrounding it. So I may quite go that way, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if, say, Blue Spirit Zuko goes that way. But yeah, so there are my thoughts on the exclusives for the Avatar Funko Pops. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts are on these ones. But that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.